Because as you probably know, Tropico 7 is still like coming out or supposed to come out this year, which is very interesting because we have only a few months left. And the reality is, we haven't really seen much about the game. And the game is also all over its place a little bit. So let's talk about where we are at with Tropical 7. How did we got here? And what you are seeing here is from, I think, PC Gamer, which is a German magazine, um, doing like the making of Tropical 7. They did like a few months ago, and as you can see, it's completely in German. So, and that is just, oh, great. We are now getting apparently ads here in the middle of, yeah, fantastic. I love that. Wow, that inclines me very much to not buy that product. Thank you. Different topic. Different topic. So, hey, there's Penultimo. Looks nice. I'm seeing this also, by the way, for the first time, funny enough. But no, let's talk about where we are at with Tropical and how did we even get here? And then let's have a look a little bit more at what's going on with Tropical 7, right? So let's talk about this. Interestingly enough, Tropical 7 started in, I would say, 2021 with Calypso having a bit enough, right? So the thing is that previously the Tropico series was made by different studios. Or well, most of the Tropico games were made by Hamian Games, and they moved away after the fifth game, right? So they needed a new developer, and they found that in Limbic Studios, which had a rather sketchy success with some of their previous games. And then they made Tropico 6. Then they left immediately, or got kicked out, who knows, after Tropico 6. And funny enough, we are checking out Limbic Studios' new game, Corsair Cove, this Friday. So that should be interesting. But no, going back to Tropico, like they needed a new studio after this, especially because they had patches planned, they had DLCs planned, and they basically did go to the Dungeons creator and they were like, please, please do this for us. So there was then some rumors, depending on how well the dungeon creators did, that they maybe take up the mantle of Tropico, but it seems like they were not doing it or they were not interested. And then in 2021, Calypso announced, you know what? We are doing it ourselves. So they formed a new studio, a 9 World studio. They hired all the people for that. And they were just like, yeah, they're now working on this. Oh, yeah. They are now working on the new Tropical, right? So that was going on for over a year. We then got the news that Calypso was really pissed and they restructured the whole studio and basically fired the whole leadership who was working on this. And people were just like, oh, well, that's a great start. This is not going well. And that was basically the idea we had. They were restructuring the studio, they were hiring new people, and they were trying to find new management who was working on the game. And then 2023, we got the news. Well, it wasn't even the news, it was through LinkedIn that we found out, yeah, 9 Word Studios, it's gone. It's gone. And everything with it. And now they have a new studio working on this. This is what is it? Gaming Minds. I was sorry. I'm bad with names. I'm terrible with names, which is not a good thing. Um, but they took over, and if you're like, who's that? The last game was Railway Empires 2? Railroad or Railway? One of the two. Again, names. And I really enjoyed that game. I played it actually quite a bit. I even have a review here somewhere on the channel. And funny enough, it was good. It was good. So they found a studio again, which knows their management and building aspects. And also very interesting is Calypso owns this studio. They do own the studio to 100%. They bought the whole studio in 2020. So they still have direct control about what's happening. Right. And I think that was one of the very important aspects of the game. Like, I wonder how much Calypso kind of felt like they would have loved to intervene with some of the few choices the developers did in the previous Tropico games. And how they felt like they couldn't do it because, well, they didn't own the studios. Yes, they did own the IP, but you also give, like, if you were going to a studio with a game, you also kind of want to give them a creative license and be like, okay, you know what, you do your thing. You know, we are only stepping in when there is something seriously wrong. That's like how a lot of publishers are actually handling it. I know some people they believe it works a little bit different, that there are always 2 to 3 publisher people sitting around the developers and tell them what to do. That's not how it works. But nonetheless, I always felt like that there were some decisions which were made down the road where Calypso was just like, we would have loved to see that a little bit different. Right. So now it's not a new studio they formed, but a studio which they 100% own, and they can intervene directly if they feel like it. And I'm really curious how that works out. Like, I'm really interested to see how this will work. Now, this is where we are at right now. And I think what we are seeing here right now in the making of is also the most gameplay we have ever seen, which is really interesting and something we have to talk about because the game is still supposed to come out this year. And when it comes to their marketing and to showcase the game, where are we at on that? Like, we didn't even get a full blown gameplay trailer, right? And we only got some teasers and we get some shorts here and there. And then we are seeing this through a making of. And it feels like, where's the marketing on this? Like, where's the actual information on the game? Why do I have to watch the making of here, which is also in German? Let's not forget that. It's also in German. It's not even available in English. And what, like, why do I have to watch that? Like, where is the marketing? Where is the information on Tropico 7? And that also leads me to the release date. So again, still this year, right? But I think the next big thing will be Gamescom. Gamescom is in 3 weeks. It's in Germany. German publisher, German game, German developer, and one of the biggest, well, actually the biggest consumer convention in the world is happening in just 3 weeks. If basically Calypso is not delivering there on Gamescom or at Gamescom and on the stage or wherever they are at, I don't think this game is coming out this year. Like, I don't think it will happen because this is literally them being at home, right? They will not get a bigger audience and a bigger chance to promote their game and to make it clear to everyone that, hey, this game is coming out in just a few months. If that is not happening there, I don't think it will happen this year. Right? So I think we really have to hold our breath on if something is happening on at Gamescom or not. And if it doesn't, then I don't think it will happening this year. Like we don't have a lot of months left, right? Like we have now August. It would definitely not come out there because, as I already said, Gamescom. Then we would have September, but I don't know how much time they want to give themselves, right? Then we have October. Okay, yeah, that could happen. October is still pretty good candidate here. November, I said this in another video on another game, but let's not forget here. November is GTA 6. I know, totally different games, yada 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 yada. But the reality is, all the magazines, all the YouTubers, all the online websites, everything which is talking about marketing and who is talking about releases and who give you the chance to be seen will talk about GTA 6. Like November, even if you are not even remotely in the vicinity of the game, all the PR will focus on GTA 6 because there's money to be made. So when you basically get the chance to talk about the new trailer, talk about the game, maybe even getting a review of GTA 6 before everyone else does, or you get the opportunity to play Tropico 7, don't get me wrong, but yeah. I think that's just the reality of things, you know. So I don't think it will happen November. Maybe at the beginning of December, but that's still all about um, GTA 6. Sorry. And again, I I don't care about GTA 6 either, especially because it's not coming out on PC. But the reality is that all the others do. So we don't have a lot of time to really present the game and release the game if they still want to do that this year. So if it will happen, they will announce it at Gamescom, and I would guess it will be around October. But if nothing happens at Gamescom, I don't see it happening at all this year. Which is okay. Take your time. Especially after Tropico 6. Yeah, let's not do that again. Because as decent and okay Tropico 6 is now, let's not talk about the release version of the game. was bad. Which, funny enough, we will probably talk about when we are playing some Tropico 6 later. But yeah, right now for Tropico 7, let's not do that again. All right. But yeah, this is where we are at with Tropico 7 right now. And I hope we will get finally some gameplay, some uninterrupted gameplay, and some big news at Gamescom regarding Tropico 7. But that was the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, well, this like button is right there. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more strategy games in general, management and building games, you came to the right place. And you might want to subscribe. With that said, stay safe. See you next time.